Okay, so now we're going to talk about how to make grades sync. So the first thing we need to do is go into Rapid Identity and click on the red canvas. When you get to your dashboard, you'll see your tiles. So pick whatever class you want to start with. I'm using Christine Swilly's right now. So once you open up the class, you're going to click on Assignments, and you'll see the categories that you've already set up. If you set them up as formal and informal, and that's what you want in PowerSchool, make sure you go in and change those at least a little bit. So I'm just making informal one and formal one. Okay, so those are ready. Now I'm going to go up. There's a button next to plus assignments, and it looks like a little stoplight. And I'm going to choose import assignment groups from SIS. In order to see the progress of that, on the left, I'm going to click Grade Sync. And it's going to show me my progress. So if you click in queue, you can see that it's waiting. This took a couple of minutes, but I sped it up for the purposes of this video. So here it is once it's successful. That means that it went through. If it didn't work, it would go up to errors or failed. So then on the left, I'm going to go back to assignments, and I'll see the categories that it imported from PowerSchool. So now I'm just going to drag and drop from the old category into the right category. And then I'm going to delete those first categories. So on the right next to the plus sign, there's the stoplight again. You click that and choose delete. Okay, so now I've got my two categories. You'll see the little button next to the green check mark, and that tells you if it's syncing or not. Mine are not because I don't have due dates set up. So I need to go back into those assignments and make sure that there's a due date set. An assignment will not sync to PowerSchool unless a due date is set up on this screen. So you'll see that I fixed that and it turned to a green check mark. This also means that when you create your assignments, if you forget to click that little checkbox, it's not a big deal because you can look at your assignments and see this little icon, which will tell you whether or not it is syncing. Now this one took a little bit longer, so I had to refresh my page to make it work, but it eventually did, and so it's fine. So then I'm going to go back to Grade Sync, and at the top right it says Reporting. I'm going to choose Sync. I want to schedule a daily sync so that I don't have to remember to push this through, but I'm also going to click Submit and run a grade passback. You can do that at any time. If a kid is waiting for their grade to show up, you can force the command during the day. Otherwise, it'll just run at night. So then in another tab, I've got Power Teacher open, and I'm in that same class, and I'm just going to my score sheet, and I sped this up once again for the purposes of this video. It actually took a minute. I had to refresh a couple of times for those grades to show up. They say it can take as long as a couple of hours. These were the only grades that were in, so this is all we have, but you can see that it pulled them over and it had the grades there.